Hi, and welcome to our year-end capsule. My name is Kareem Zakir. I will begin with a brief summary on the 2022 market events, followed by our 2023 outlook, and we'll then hand over the mic to Joseph, who will explain the new RRSP and Tfsa limits for this year. So stay to the end because it's important information. So let's get started. 2022, well, it's a really bad year for everyone. I mean, simply put, stocks and bonds were simultaneously down. I mean, the last time that happened was in 1931, 41, 69, and 2022. So 4 times over the last 92 years. As you can see, this is a very rare event. But why was 2022 so bad? Well, simply put, invasion, inflation, interest rates, and talk of a recession. Now, bear in mind that one bad year in 4 is not uncommon for the markets. But what's uncommon is that both asset categories fell at the same time. However, we do know that it's not as bad as it looks because bonds are guaranteed to get paid back by the issuer at maturity. And in our case, all bonds held are government bonds. Now, the question is, where are we headed in 2023? Well, no one has a crystal ball. 2021, most Bay Street and Wall Street analysts predicted that 2022 was going to be a great year. Well, they were all wrong. Now, the same analysts are predicting in December 2022 that 2023 is going to be a bad year. Well, my guess is they're going to be wrong again. But of course, no one has a crystal ball. However, there is light at the end of the tunnel. Now, why do I say that? Well, first, interest rate increases already priced in. We may get another quarter point hike between now and the end of the year. We just got one in January. But by and large, it's already priced into the market. 2, inflation is beginning to come down, and that's a very good sign. 3, we all know that a recession is coming. The question is, will it be a soft landing or will it be a hard landing? My guess is a soft economic landing. And 4th, this terrible war in the Ukraine has now been desensitized by investors, meaning its effect is factored into the market projections. The unknown is if Russia decides to go nuclear. Of course, anything is possible, but that would be suicide for everyone, including Russia itself. I see this as a highly unlikely scenario. And 5th, the United States debt ceiling needs to be raised and has to be voted and accepted by both parties in the House. This happens every few years. Now, there will be fireworks for sure because this subject is so political. But in the end, the debt ceiling will most likely be raised, as the other outcome would be highly damaging to the country and to the world economies. Lastly, we know that the 3rd year of the presidential U.S. cycle is often a good year for the markets. In general, that is. Now, why is it such? Well, simply put, the government in the House must begin to prepare for the next election, and as such, must bring in policies that are market friendly. So yes, you guessed it, 2023 is the 3rd year of the presidential mandate. In addition, historically speaking, of course, markets have a tendency to come back after a poor year, such as we had in 2022. Now, please do not expect the markets to move in a straight line. Markets never work that way. However, it is my personal opinion that both stocks and bonds will finish higher by the end of 2023. Please take note, this is my humble opinion and may or may not be shared by National Bank or any other financial institution. Now I will pass the microphone to Joseph, who will explain the new RRSP and Tfsa limits for this year. Thank you.
Hi. So for my part, I'll be talking about the RRSP and Tfsa's contribution. So let's start with the RRSP. How much can you contribute in an RRSP this year? Well, the calculation is very easy. You will have to take the lesser of these 2 numbers. So first, 18% of your annual income for last year, or the limit of the year for RRSP. So for 2022, the limit was $29,210. So let's do the exercise together. Let's say you made last year $100,000 of annual income. 18% of 100,000 is 18,000. So in your case, you will be able to do a contribution of 18,000 because 18,000 is less than the maximum of 29,210. Another thing that you will have to take into consideration is that you can also take all your last contributions that were not used in the last few years. That amount will be added added to your contribution of this year. A question that we frequently receive is, when is the last date where I can do my contribution? So for 2022, the last date, so the limit date, is March 1st, 2023. Now let's talk about the Tfsa. How much can you contribute in 2023 inside of your Tfsa? The limit is $6,500. You have also to remember that you can add this amount to all the contributions that were not used in the last few years. So if you never contributed inside of a Tfsa and you were 18 years old in 2009, you can contribute up to $88,000 inside of your Tfsa. So if you have any question, if you would like to have more information or details about your RRSP and Tfsa's contribution, feel free to give us a call. We can schedule a meeting together and overview all your financial situation. It will be more than a pleasure for us to sit down and do a financial planning with you. We are here to help. Thank you so much and have a beautiful day.